Hey everyone, Leah Buccarelli, Triple Diamond with It Works Global, and I just wanted to talk to you today because you are either looking at our amazing company for the first time and you haven't signed up yet, or you are in this to win this and you are just looking at other ways to improve your business. So this topic today is let's get real. I just really want to get real with you guys and kind of make you guys think for yourself and think about what you want with your life and what's going to make you tick and go and you know, push yourself to that next level. So I really want you to think, why are you looking at this, or why are you in this? Is it to change your family? Is it to change, you know, your career choice, or maybe you didn't go to college and this is another way for you to make some extra money? Or is it because you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to bring in some income for your household? Or are you hoping that you can sit there and get some extra money eventually as people build you up? I'm going to tell you that last option is most likely not going to happen. So if that's why you got into this or you're looking at it, you might want to just cut that out right now. You're going to have to work and dig and grow yourself and work really hard on yourself as you go along in this journey. So I want you to really think as I'm talking to you, maybe write some things down, some goals, and really ask yourself, what is it that you're looking for, and what are you going to do to make that happen? So if you really are looking to be successful in this business and really, you know, take it to the top, and you see all these other amazing leaders and they make great income, but if you notice by watching them on Facebook or wherever you're seeing them from, the ones at the top, they're not flashing their money and they're not talking about, oh, I'm so rich. And what they're talking about is how it's changed their family, how it's changed their lives, how it brought them closer to God and to their religion. And it's how it's changed their life and how it's made them better people and being more giving and helping others. And they, you know, some of them might have started out that way, but I know in my case, I wasn't like that. And it's changing me completely as I grow up the ladder, because it's all the things that you have to go through to get there. So you know, as you're building this up, you're also breaking you down to build you back up. And I'll explain that, meaning you are going to go through some major challenges. You're going to question, you know, yourself. Your fear is going to kick in, your insecurities and your doubts, and all of those things are going to be, you know, kind of chipping at your, you know, brain a little bit as you're going, and you're going to have to learn how to don't listen to that and push yourselves further. Or 9 times out of 10 people will quit because they just can't handle that. And it's so sad to see that, because they've really not allowed themselves to grow into the person that they need to be to do something successful. So I just really want you to think about what it is that you really, really want with your life. What is it? What's your goal? If you didn't have any money in your way to do whatever you want to do in your life, what would that look like? What would it be? And then you're going to have to push yourselves to those levels to get there. And it can be scary, and it can be a little frustrating sometimes, and it's a load of fun at the same time, all wrapped up. You get to spend so much time. If you're really in this to win this, you're going to want to spend time with your team, your partners. They become your family, and you want to grow with them. every time I leave an event, I'm like, when's the next event? Because I miss these people. And you gain a fire and you learn from them, and you talk to them, and they have a different way maybe to do something, and you're going to incorporate that into what you do. And we're all about copying each other. Hey, my mentor, Chad and Dree Kneller, Chad's famous words are, you can be a copycat if you copy the right cat. And that's all I did to get where I am now. And I'm just following through, with personal development and learning more about myself and what I really want, and changing with the flow. You've got to be accustomed to changing and evolving all the time, because if you're stagnant, you're not growing. So, if you've got that sign, like, I really want to do that, but something feels like it's pushing to stop you, that is a challenge. You've got to knock that out of the way and just keep going for it, because if you let that stop you, you're not going to go very far, and you're going to get frustrated and you're going to quit. And it saddens me to see when people do that, because I'm like, man, they just quit on themselves. Oh my gosh, they didn't give themselves enough credit. And what's even more sad than that, is when I see people really succeeding, but they don't think so in their head, and they quit because they're too busy rushing the journey. This is a journey. Everybody's on a journey. And one thing that my husband just came back from an amazing men's retreat and with our company. And one commonality that I've heard from these guys is that you've got to find your clique. You've got to find what works for you, and you've got to push through that. And it's just listening to them throughout the weekend on Periscope. It's been amazing. So just watching personal growth and watching these men especially tell their stories about how they are so immune to going and punching the clock for their family, and that's what we learn to do. And especially for the men, to be the breadwinner, they've got to go and put in that hard time and 40 plus hours a week and be away from their family, because they're supporting their family. And life doesn't have to be that way. They can actually work very side by side with you and retire and love on their kids and be a part of their family. Back in the day, families worked together. It wasn't going off here. The husband's going this way, the wife's going that way, the kids are going this way. And that's what the society has brought us to, where we're completely all splitting apart to make ends meet. And when you find a company like this that gives you that option to have no cap on your paycheck, and you can retire your husband and bring him home, and you can work as a family together and be together all the time. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. And so it's just an amazing journey. And don't rush the journey. If you're 1 or 2 weeks in, or even a couple of months, or even a couple of years, and you're like, oh, I'm just not getting there fast enough, you're just impatient, and you need to find a way to get through that and not be so impatient, and learn. Don't whine and don't complain. Learn. If it's bothering you, learn something to fix that. What happens when we start complaining is, watch what happens. So here's an example. And I've done it myself, so I'm not gonna play innocent, like I've never done that. But listen to how this sounds. I talk to some people and they don't want this. I don't know. Nobody wants to buy my product. I I can't get a distributor. I know I've only been in 2 weeks, but I can't even get anybody to buy one item from me or even try a wrap. You've just completely put yourself here, okay? You're going to stay in here because your mind is there. So, you know, you've closed yourself off to any other possibilities or opportunity. You're not even allowing yourself to think outside that bubble. So you're stuck in there, and it's gonna, and you're gone. So stop doing that to yourself. Say, you know what? I didn't sign anybody up today, but that's just because I didn't find the right person that really wants help. And change your mindset around. And when you start saying more positive things and more positive things, you will feel that. You take the deep breath in. What does that do? That expands you out. If you are negative, you're breathing more shallow. You're more upset. You're closed. But when you you know, breathe it out and keep yourself going, and you're expanded. So now you're allowing yourself all that room to use your brain, use your, you know, watch some more videos, get some more personal development and get some books going. And if this isn't working for you this way, learn another way. You know, I said it in the beginning, I think I was like a Ruby. And I had said, you know, Facebook was my big fishing pond back then. And, you know, and I had actually said, if you're fishing and you're not catching any fish, find another pond, find another lake or whatever to fish in. So what happened to me was my Facebook page was just going crazy and people were buying and doing all this stuff. Well, Facebook changed their policies and only allowed a certain small percentage to see my posts. And all of a sudden, all this stuff, and then it started, you know, and yeah, at first it's like, whoa, what's going on? And then you're trying to you juggle. Now I'm switched to doing a little bit more, a different way on Facebook, and then I'm now on Instagram. So, and you have to constantly go with the changes and don't let that stop you. And, you know, let me tell you, you're going to run out of your warm market soon enough. You need to keep putting people into your funnel and into your warm market, from the outside into your market. So how do you do that? I hear people say that all the time. Well, how do I get more people? Talk to more people. You know, there's no magic science except for you need to be talking to people. So, you know, go out there and find people and, you know, be interested in people. When you're interested in people, they're going to be interested in you. So if you stay where it's me, I can't get a person, I can't sign. You're so self-absorbed. That's what's holding you back. Break the self-absorbed way. That's not going to work for you. So you really need to be genuinely interested in other people. And when you're talking to them and you're interested in what they're doing, they're going to naturally be interested in what you're doing. So I hope this helps, and I felt compelled to say that to you guys today, and I will see you on the next video.